EASIT, Easy Access for Social Inclusion Training.
This is Unit 3B, Easy to Understand and Audio Description. Element 3, Technical Aspects. Video lecture, Easy to Understand Audio Description Principles, Guidelines and Conventions. This is Elisa Perego from Università degli Studi di Trieste, and in this video lecture I will tackle the most relevant technical aspects linked to the audio description production process. I will also link them to the easy-to-understand context and emphasize those aspects that can contribute to making an audio description easier to listen to. Overall, the technical principles, aspects and conventions that are applied in the standard AD production process should also apply to the production of easy-to-understand audio description. In a nutshell, these comprise mastering specialized AD software or even subtitling software, which are often used to generate time codes and to measure the time available for the audio description between dialogues and sound effects. This, by the way, is called spotting. Identifying the appropriate time code or a keyword when the voice talent reading your AD must start speaking. Providing a legend at the beginning of your script, where you define instructions, an F for fast, for instance, might invite the voice talent to speed up the reading pace a little. Noting when the voice can or cannot go over the soundtrack, or again giving some advice on the intonation depending on the source material. And finally, writing down in the AD script, in brackets, special pronunciation. This set of recommendations, listed by Beneke and Foltz in their 2014 ATLAB guidelines, suggest that in a need-to-you context, the audio description script might be easily enriched with instructions that can enhance the comprehensibility and the listenability of the audio description in question, be it a screen or an art AD. Exploiting a slow pace more often than in standard AD, emphasizing words that are particularly relevant to the comprehension of the AD and of the source text, clearly articulating long or complex words, making frequent pauses might just be some simple tricks with a huge impact on the listenability of the final text. Moving to a more technical level, Beneke and Foltz remind us that once finalized, the AD script is transformed from a written to an oral text. This implies the selection of the type of AD delivery. Will it be human-voiced or a text-to-speech AD? In the former case, the most appropriate voice talent should be selected, usually by genre. The recording is often done at a recording studio, where the sound director might be sight-impaired or involve a sight-impaired colleague to make appropriate user-centered decisions on intonation and speed. In this respect, if we have to create an E2U AD, we might consider adding an E2U user or expert who can further validate the audio description quality in terms of simplification and comprehensibility. Teamwork is in fact a good practice in both the audio description and the easy-to-understand contexts, where the opinion of users and the implementation of their feedback is a backbone. After the recording session, disturbing noises will be cleaned by a sound technician or designer before mixing the AD with the original soundtrack in the case of audiovisual products. In E2U AD, optimizing the reception of AD to make it easy to listen is paramount. In their recent chapter entitled Easier Audio Description, included in the volume edited by Sabine Brown and Kim Starr, Innovation in Audio Description Research, Bernabé and Orero offer invaluable food for thought on the subject. The authors insist on the need to intervene on the technical aspects of AD delivery to improve its reception. They claim that interventions might be applied also to the original version in order to improve it, for instance by reducing noise and enhancing speech, relying on audio engineering technology to highlight dialogue and improve its intelligibility, especially when it is relevant, and by modifying those sounds, normally with a simply aesthetic rather than diegetic function, that interfere with the reception and accessibility of the dialogues. Reading speed is another key factor when it comes to easy-to-listen products. Although setting a unique delivery rate is impossible given the massively diversified abilities of humans in processing speech, studies on the subject seem to point to the overall need to diminish the number of words per minute as a safe way to ensure improved listening comprehension. So, as a rule of thumb, easy-to-understand AD might consider avoiding the standard 180 or even 170 words per minute. Finally, it would be useful to enable users to personalize their easy-to-understand ADs and to choose their preferred setting according to personal requirements or the situation. This means that they would be able to set a different AD volume according to their needs or depending on whether they are listening to an AD on their smartphones or at the cinema, at home or at an open event. Do not forget that audio descriptions are used in a variety of settings, and they cater for the accessibility of a variety of products: screen products, live exhibitions, external environments such as gardens, museums and galleries, opera, theatre, dance, concerts, and many more. It will be up to you to mix and match the recommendations that you have learned. Find new ones and determine whether their efficacy depends on what you will be describing with comprehensibility and listenability in mind. All the pictures used in this presentation come from the public domain Vectors website, which gathers hundreds of royalty-free vector images under the Creative Commons Universal Public Domain Dedication License. This video lecture was prepared by Elisa Perego and produced by Andrea De Leano from Università degli Studi di Trieste. You can reach me at eperego@units.it.
The project EASIT has received funding from the European Commission under the Erasmus Plus Strategic Partnerships for Higher Education Programme, Grant Agreement 2018-1 ES01 KA203 05275. The European Commission's support for the production of this publication does not constitute an endorsement of the contents, which reflect the views only of the authors, and the Commission cannot be held responsible for any use which may be made of the information contained therein. This work is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution, Share Alike 4.0 International License. Partners of the EASIT project: Universitat Autónoma de Barcelona, Università degli Studi di Trieste, Universidade de Vigo, Stiftung Universität Hildesheim, SDI München, Dyslexie-Verbundet, Radio Televizija Slovenija, Zavod RISA.
EASIT, Easy Access for Social Inclusion Training.